It's an old one, it's moronic, but it's striking. He left on foot, seeking answers. He is Kenneth, and he's biking. Where's he gonna go? He seems to know. He's off to walk the whole land he was born on. Let's take a look, or should I say listen, to the author of the Book of Moron.
Hello. It's March 20th, 9:22 p.m., and I'm coming to you from Standing Bear Farm Hostel. I'm in my tent, I'm lying down, I'm really cozy. I kind of don't really want to make a clip, but I also don't want to let the magic of the day evaporate into the ether. So I figured better to make a short clip that isn't necessarily perfect than to have to recount everything tomorrow and lose some of that incalculable essence of phantasmagoria. Yeah, man, what a day. Wow. So rewarding. I love places like this. These places that, like, I haven't been here for, 3 years, 4 years. And coming back, it just feels so, like, familiar. Even though I only ever spent, like, one evening here. Coming back, it would just feel like a homecoming. Like, I love it. Love hanging out with the hikers. Love being able to get the food, the beer, the conversation. And really, I mean, Standing Bear is like one of the prime, like, hostels on the AT, in my opinion. I haven't been to a ton, but it's hard to imagine one being significantly better than this. Kind of feel like I'm going to be hot tonight, so might want to go ahead and take my hat off. In any case, yeah, man, crazy day. I woke up at like 7 o'clock at Peck's Corner shelter, and just kind of laid there for a bit. It was still pretty dark, and it actually snowed overnight. So the weather in the Smokies is just so unpredictable and just so unbelievable. Like, earlier in the day when I got to Newfound Gap yesterday, it was so warm and so, pleasant. And then, just as I was making my way after 5:30 for those last 10 miles to get to the shelter I was aiming for, it got so shitty, and, like, the weather just declined so quickly. Obviously I've already talked about that, but yeah, this morning I woke up to snow, took some pictures of that with my new tent. I'm in my new tent right now, and I love it. Oh my god. It's so great. It's palatial. It feels secure. I actually slept really well last night too. I only woke up twice. I think, like, once at 2 a.m. and then once at 7, which is really, that's almost like a normal person sleeping. Like, I could deal with that. But in any case, woke up. It was extremely cold. Obviously, it was cold enough to snow. And so kind of packed up slowly and just kind of took my time. I knew it was going to be 23.5 miles to get here to Standing Bear, but I figured it wouldn't take me that long to get here. I think I got here before 4 today, and I didn't stop once. I'm trying to think if there was, like, anything necessarily remarkable about the hike. I'm really close to civilization now too, so kind of excited to get away from that soon enough. But in any case, yeah, not really. There were some really cool views. It was pretty because everything was kind of dusted with snow, and it was my last day in the Smokies, man. Pretty crazy. I got in on the 17th and I got out on the 20th. So I went in on the 17th and did 6 miles into the Smokies. And hold on. Just a moment. Alright, I'm back. Full disclosure, I'm actually camped next to the dude, Ice, who has been having some issues on trail. I originally heard about him at Amicalola, and I've heard about him periodically throughout my time so far on the Appalachian Trail. Apparently, he was arrested for peeking into women's tents, and is still out here. And he's at Standing Bear Hostel. I spent a lot of time today kind of makeshift interviewing him to try to ascertain if I felt like he was a threat. Having hiked in 2019 with Sovereign and everything, I don't really have a lot of tolerance for the idea that anyone would be out here with malicious intentions. And I spoke with some female hikers here at the hostel, and I was like, is there anything that this dude could do to redeem himself? And it was a pretty resounding no. And I understand that from a female perspective, because the girl who I asked, the woman who I asked, she was like, he might be able to make up for everything to men, to get back in good graces with men, but with women, it's it's sort of a one strike and you're out kind of policy. And after hanging around him a little bit, I kind of don't sense that he is very aware or remorseful or necessarily contrite. And so I totally understand that, but just interesting how the cards get dealt, and so he was just walking by, so I had to take a moment just to kind of not talk. But in any case, so when I got into the Smokies, I did the first 6 miles the first day, and then I did, 50-ish miles, I guess, to get to Gatlinburg, and then today was a final push of 23 and a half miles to get out, up and over. And it wasn't too bad, trying to think if there was anything beyond just normal hiking. I do have list items that kind of go into a little bit more detail about the events of the day, but I'm trying to just think in general if anything occurred particularly of note, but I don't think so. It's just insane. The Smokies are just totally crazy. I mean, you go from sunburn one day to snow the next. I won't miss that. But it is a unique quality that you'll only get in the Smokies, at least down here in the southeast. And so, to that extent, it is something that is, endearing about it. You can't do the whole trail unless you go through the Smokies, And it is just a unique experience, and mine certainly was. I'm camped down here. I think I'm at less than 2,000 feet of elevation for sure. Let's see exactly. I think it's 1975 or 17 something or another. Let's see, what is it? What am I at? 1836. So just about 4,200 feet lower than I was last night. So it'll be a cozy evening. I'm excited. Definitely tired. But yeah, man. Got to. Well, I guess I just can kind of organically weave these list items into this. But got to Davenport Gap, which is a pretty iconic spot. There's a pretty good picture of me, Allie, and Snowbird and Brett